Welcome to 13 Hour Times 62 LEGO Media Reviews. Here we have LEGO Batman the Movie, DC Superheroes Unite, based on the best-selling video game Batman 2 DC Superheroes. This is available in Target and most other retailers such as Walmart and Toys R Us, and even at the LEGO store. Some versions you'll notice will include Clark Kent / Superman as a figure, so take a look out for those versions. It's also available on DVD, DVD and Blu-ray, and just Blu-ray, and ranges for usually about $20 for this. Let's take a look at the outside of this, and it's a little bit glary because there is a little bit of plastic wrapping over it. You look on the side, here is the DVD, and this is just a fill-in section because we have Superman. This is 1999. Item number, or set number if you want to call it that, 5002202. And then it's got a little description of it on the back, what the movie is about. Special features, all new featurette, Building Batman. So it's probably about a large-scale Batman model. From the DC Comics Vault, 3 bonus cartoons. I wonder if they're either Lego-based or from like DC Comics. A Lego Batman stop-motion short. And winning shorts from the DC Universe Superheroes video contest. There was a contest a while ago when they launched the Lego DC Universe Superheroes app. It helped you to make stop-motion movies. I think it was a contest during last year. And, you know, you could enter some of your movies into it and win some neat prizes. So right now we're going to try to open this up nice and carefully. It's a nice box set, I gotta say. Here we go. Now, I haven't played Batman 2. I haven't even gotten the game yet. So, I've only seen parts of the game. I think I've seen like the first couple scenes of it, just from some walkthroughs of the game. So here's our DVD, same as it was on the front and back. And here inside, this is what you want to see, our Superman. I have to figure out how to get him out of here. Just give me a sec. Oh! Okay, so let's try that again. We'll try it on this side. That seems easier. So got a little flap here, and you take out the insert that he's in. It's a little plastic. I had a little bit of trouble with it. It actually dropped the camera because I was fumbling with it so much. But here he is in the plastic. We don't see any back printing on him so far. There's a little bit of tape down here. I like when LEGO has these DVDs with exclusive figures. I should get The Empire Strikes Out. Maybe even if it's still around. Or even later, the Yoda Chronicles. And then sometime later, or earlier, that one that had like the mini Han Solo with it. So here we have a comparison of the two figures. We'll first look at just Superman. And he is able to come apart. You can see he has the famous rip open the shirt, and there's the Superman logo through it. He's also wearing glasses, as he is Clark Kent. There's no printing on the back. We got the nice hair, though. And this is a figure you can take apart. There's also no other face to him, just that one face. So pretty basic figure, but you can take him apart and build with him, if you wish to. And now we'll just take a look comparing the two. As you can tell already, the Superman logo is a little bit different, spotted between the two suits. And it really doesn't throw it off that much. You could still say it's Superman. I'm just going to change this Superman's face around so it's more like the other one, see how they compare. There we go. And it's pretty close to it. There's obviously a little bit more detail with this one, our Clark Kent figure. Hello everyone, today we're going to go over LEGO Batman the Movie, DC Superheroes Unite. This is a DVD copy of the movie and has an exclusive Clark Kent Superman minifigure. Ages 6 and up, there's only 4 pieces because of the minifigure. Like I said before, it's only the DVD, and I got this for $19, I think $20. So I'm going to go over the minifigure first, then I'll get into the content of the movie itself, and then we'll go into the special features. So I tried to open this up before, and you can probably find a blooper of it sometime later after this video. But there was packaging on it. I opened up the packaging already. Your DVD just slides right out. And to get the minifigure out, you need to open up from this side. I tried the other side and it didn't work out so well. So he's in this little plastic insert, and this just snaps open. It does have a piece of tape, not too hard to open after that. And now we will take a good look at our minifigure. He's got no back printing and pretty good looking for making Clark Kent. I do wish they had some sort of other printing so you'd have a little bit more of a transformation, because you only have him like this. I even thought, just as a possible idea, maybe they have a double torso, kind of the same idea, only, or maybe even have an additional torso with it. So you just have him with the suit, and then you have another one which has this printing. But I thought of the double torso because, well, you're only going to see one of them at the one time. But if you're going to have his back turned, then you can't really have that showing. So he's pretty basic. Compared to Superman, he does have very similar printing on the face. It varies only a little bit just by the cheeks, I think. And, of course, the glasses. So there is a look at the minifigure. Now we'll get into the movie. If you haven't known about the movie already, this is based on, well, actually, I've heard the movie was supposed to come out before the Batman game in 2012, but for some reason they had the video game first, and then they had this movie. So you are going to see a lot of things. If you've played the game, you'll notice there's a lot of things similar, a lot of cutscenes used and basic storyline used in this movie. That's based on the game. But that doesn't mean that's what the movie's about. I mean, it has a little bit more content than the game, and I know because, even though I don't have the game, I've watched gameplays of it, and have seen some of the cutscenes, so there is more content in here than what you get in the movie. I mean, in the game. I'm confusing myself. I think they have really good stuff in here. It's very family-oriented, so the action and play and even the voice acting is very friendly for kids, because that's the main target for an audience for LEGO. Very good story. I actually like how all the villains are used in different ways. I just wish some of the villains would be used a little bit more, because there was one segment where there was a whole bunch of villains that broke out after Lex Luthor and after the Joker, and then they just go rampage the city, and then it only took like a few minutes for Batman and Robin to bring them down with different vehicles and different tactics. It is based on the game, but I just thought there would be a little bit more that these villains would do than that. I mean, let's see what else. Because mostly the main villains are the Joker and Lex Luthor. Without trying to spoil it all, they work together to try to destroy Gotham City, and help Lex Luthor get his I'm not sure what the position is, but basically a political position. And they're not doing it the very most honest way, let's put it that way. So, the movie runs for about an hour, pretty good. We do see more than just Batman. We also see Superman, the Flash, well, Superman, Batman, Robin, for the most part. A little bit later in the movie, there is a whole bunch of other Justice League heroes, such as the Flash, Green Lantern, Cyborg, and Wonder Woman. I'm trying to remember the guy's name, but he's green and he has a cape. I don't follow much of the superheroes, but the one that commands the Justice League is seen briefly through the movie. The voice acting for everyone is pretty good. You may have recognized, I think the Riddler's voice is also, I have to double check on this, but it sounds a lot like one of the characters, which movie was it? For Clutch Powers. He sounds like Artie. I'm not sure if it's the same voice actor, but if you enjoyed that, then you probably enjoy the Riddler. It's got a lot of pretty good action in it. You got a lot of... There's a couple funny moments. And for some reason, I guess Lego just wanted to throw in some kind of Easter egg. But there is a chicken a couple times, and you can see on the back of the box. There's a chicken while Joker's launching a missile. There's even the chicken over here. That does come up a couple times. I think that's just more for fun, for, making it fun for kids. Just a random chicken in the middle of all the action. Some of the Lego models they make, I mean, this isn't actual Legos, it's more of a computer-generated movie. But some of the Lego models that they make in it are pretty good. Like, even you can see on the cover, one of them, they changed the mole machine that Bane uses, make it much bigger. It actually looks a lot like the Power Miners Thunder Driller, if you remember that from a couple years ago. So I kind of like that part of it. Again, pretty good movie. It would be, it's not too bad to pick up, and like I said, you can get this on DVD. You can also get it in a Blu-ray and DVD combo pack with some ultraviolet thing I have never heard of. So on to the rest of the features. There is a featurette called Building Batman, and this is a 15-minute segment where one of the animators, not for the movie, but for just like a stop-motion animator, I forget his name exactly, but he works with a whole bunch of kids, and they try to make part of a Lego Batman stop-motion animation, which is pretty good, because it has a lot of helpful hints in there for trying to work on animation, and it also has some pretty interesting facts about Lego. And I always make this mistake. One of them is the actual term for more than one Lego brick. When you just say, I built this out of, is it Legos or Lego? The term is Lego. So, I built this out of Lego. That is plural. That I mean, I've heard it a couple times, but I didn't think that was actually true. And it is. There's also a couple other things interesting about working with Legos and working with animation that's very helpful. Like, for example, stop-motion animators usually wear black because it'll keep it from reflecting any colors, and it makes perfect sense. So there's some helpful hints in Building Batman, 14 minutes long, so not too bad to watch. There's also a segment here from the DC Comics Vault, 3 bonus cartoons. I have not watched all the cartoons, but they're basically two episodes from Batman Brave and the Bold, and 1 episode from Teen Titans. I watched the Teen Titans one because I used to watch that on TV, so that was okay. And it mainly centered around Cyborg. Obviously the 2 Batman episodes are going to center around Batman and Robin. A Lego Batman stop motion short. This is the same animation short that we saw early on in Superheroes, I think 2012, where it showed Batman who was responding to the bat signal, but, sorry for the spoiler, but it was just a nightlight reflecting off the ceiling. So that's the same exact thing we've seen there. And the winning shorts from DC Universe Superheroes Video Contest. This was a contest that was out last year, and it was also premiering after Lego released an app where you could make stop motion and have a superhero background with it. So it was pretty cool. There were 5 different entries, and they all did really well. Mainly working with, it was like half and half as far as Batman and Superman. I think 2 of them were Superman and the other 3 were Batman. So pretty good. All the entries did a very nice job, and glad that they won. I actually thought the second best was better than the first for some reason. And I'm not sure if you can see any of these online. I don't know if they have them on LEGO's YouTube page or anything, so you'd have to double check on that. But they are also available on the DVD. Not too bad for animations. So this is actually a pretty good product to pick up. And I said it's more kid-oriented, but it's also good for family. It's fun even for Batman and Superman fans. Because you get to see a lot with them. There's some pretty good voice acting, and some pretty funny moments. One thing you probably remember this from the game, Robin keeps trying to call on Superman to get something done, and there was a point in the movie where Batman suggested that, and then Robin called out for Superman, and nothing happened, and it was just like, see? But Superman did come, just a little bit later. But that was probably one of the funny elements throughout the movie. It's if you want to go into what the moral is of the movie, it's you could always use a little bit of help. Don't mind asking for it, especially with a big time job like this. One thing I didn't quite like just from the beginning, they have it a little bit different than the game. They start out with a scene, and then they have a flashback, and then they go through all the events that build up to that scene. So I thought that it threw me off a little bit because I was familiar with the game, but it still made sense later. And if you want to see other reviews about this game, I recommend That Christine. She did a review of this, and she says that this is also the same person as Brick Queen. So she says that the game, if you like the game, you like the movie. If you like the movie, you'll like the game. So I actually do want to pick up the game, and especially after watching the movie, because they have some pretty good stuff in it. Also, Sean Long, I think. Look him up on YouTube. He also has a good review of this movie. He goes more in depth about the animation, the voice acting, and how it works well for different people of different ages. So thanks for watching, everyone. I know this has been a long media review, but I tried to give it my best for my first movie review that I've ever done. I will try to review other movies as you may request them. I already have 3 of the 4 Bionicle movies and Clutch Powers, so I could do some of those if you'd like, or if you want to see some other merchandise from LEGO. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. I forgot to mention, I know I already closed it out, but I also wanted to mention one thing I also wasn't quite a fan of. It's like a pro and con. They used movie music from Danny Elfman, who wrote the 1989 Batman movie. They use that music, as you also hear it in the Batman video games. That's the same exact music. And they also use John Williams' Superman theme from the original Superman, so that's very cool. The only problem is they don't really differ the soundtracks, because whenever Superman arrives in the movie, they use that theme, and they'll use it in different parts. They'll either start with dun 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 dun. They'll either start with that, or they start with the build-up right before it, and then they can't really follow up afterwards. So it's like really short and kind of, for me, it dragged away a little bit for attention as far as background music. For the Batman music, they use mainly the Batman theme from 1989. They also use, I think, 2 or 3 other songs at most, which I can figure out because I've heard the soundtrack before. I haven't seen the movie though, but I just thought I'd throw that in because that you will recognize some of the sounds from the video game, which are actually sounds from the 1989 movie and John Williams' Superman theme. But yeah, I think they need to work a little bit on different themes when it comes to Batman, because there are a lot of different tracks that you could use, but they use mainly 2 that I kept hearing over and over. I felt like I was playing the game because those often repeat too. It was things like let's see, they had the main theme, so they have that one entirely. They also have the one that's like dun 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 dun. They have that repeat a couple times. So I thought that was worth mentioning. Just another con that I had about the movie. A pro, but also a con because it was repetitive. So now I'm officially going to close this. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Whoosh.